It's continuing coverage of Ball State track and field here on Ball State All Access and BallStateSports.com. We are joined by the newest member of the Ball State track and field program today. That is the head coach, Adrian Wheatley. First off, congratulations. Welcome to Muncie.
Thank you very much. I'm excited. Great opportunities here. Ready to get things moving.
Before we get into Ball State and your background in track, I just want to ask where your head is at right now, because I feel like having been in two different time zones on two separate ends of the world over the past month, what's your last couple of weeks been like?
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. It's been a transition. Anytime that you have an opportunity such as this, you jump on it, and it's been a whirlwind. I'm started. Today's my first day, and so I've got a list of individuals I need to meet with, and get an opportunity to meet the team and things of that nature. So it's been a very big whirlwind, with things. Had an opportunity to be out at the Olympics several weeks ago, and again being in Tokyo, getting back, having an opportunity to interview and having the job offered has been just a whirlwind. It's been fun, exciting. But again, my to-do list is getting bigger and bigger every day.
What was that experience like for you? To have a former student athlete be the person that said, "Hey, I want you to come coach me at the Olympics."
Absolutely. No, it's special. So I was very fortunate enough to have a student athlete, David Kinzira, that I work with at the University of Illinois. Hey, I always say, hey, thanks for bringing me. And I always tell my student athletes, when we're at the conference championships or the national championships or the Olympic trials or the Olympic games, hey, thanks for bringing me, because what we do is for the student athletes, and if the student athletes aren't doing those things, then I'm not doing it. So I was very fortunate to have that, and again, it's been a great experience, and I hope to be able to take those experience and continue to inspire young individuals to want to reach those goals some days.
Tell me about your history with Ball State, because this is not the first time you've been here. You were recruited here as a student athlete back when we had men's track and field.
Right.
What was your initial interaction with this university like?
Yeah, so no, exactly. I was recruited out of I'm originally from Columbus, Ohio, and so recruited out of high school and took an official visit over here, and it was a nice place. It was the distance from Columbus was ideal. Far enough, but not too far, and it was a good opportunity. Obviously opted to go somewhere else, but it was ironic when this opportunity presented itself, and I got to come on campus. I was really just impressed about just how it has changed. Again, I think it's like 20 years ago I've been here, and so like things have really changed, and it's a beautiful campus. It really is. It's a special place. I was driving around my first night on campus and just driving around and just trying to take it all in and see what it looks like, and it felt like home. I was like, this is a place I'm excited about, and again, I'm excited to get student athletes on campus to really show what Ball State's about, and get them engaged with our young ladies, and just continue to grow the program here.
And that's a recruiting pitch I feel like that you'll probably wind up making a lot.
In a 300-mile radius, we hit 5 or 6 huge major metropolitan cities. We'll start with St. Louis. We have the Chicago area. You have obviously Indianapolis, Louisville, Lexington. You've got Dayton, Cincinnati, Columbus, Cleveland, Detroit. Those are all big metropolitan areas in which we're gonna do a lot of focusing our recruiting on. I'm gonna call that the nest. That's the bird nest, and so we're gonna really kind of work that area and really kind of identify potential student athletes that A, value in education, B, want to be a part of something bigger than themselves, and C, just want to do some big things. And so we're going to really kind of target that area and find the right student athletes that can be successful here and go out and do some big things.
Let's talk about your background a little bit, because in your recruitment process, Tennessee wound up winning out, and that wound up working out because you were a runner-up for a national championship and you won a national championship as a team. Walk me through what it takes, because obviously now you're on the coaching side of that. The goal is to win championships at whatever level that may be, individual, team, conference, what have you. What's the difference? How do you put this team over the top, and how do you convey that message to the ladies?
Yeah, I think one thing that I've been fortunate enough to be a part of teams that have won championships, and we'll even start back to high school. I was part of a high school state championship team, and Again, I give a lot of credit to the coaching staff that was at the high school level, because obviously it ended up being such a big part of my life that I've chosen a career in it, and again, I kind of always look back on, those opportunities, those practices that we had, the teammates that I had in high school. They really shaped who I was, and, took that opportunity to go to the University of Tennessee and be a part of their national championship team. And the one consistent thing that I've seen, as a coach, it was part of a Big Ten championship team at Illinois, and at UVA, the University of Virginia, we were part of an ACC championship team. And so the thing that I really find that's really consistent is the culture, and understanding that everyone is working together towards the common goal. The great thing about track and field is that it is such a unique sport because you get people from all different walks of life. And that's the beautiful thing. Let's go back to, us when we're at the playgrounds when you're in elementary school. Who wants to be the fastest kid on the playground? That was it. I mean, that's all that people cared about. Everybody, right? And so even at our core, like, people want to be the best. And so, again, I think that's what makes track kind of special and unique. And, the one thing I go back to is just the culture of that, and really understanding that we're working together for one common goal. And, the one thing that I really believe, I mean, there's a great foundation that's been established here. The trajectory is moving in the right direction. My goal is to continue to come in and enhance that, just take it to the next, continue to take that to the next level. And, again, it's going to be work. We're going to have to continue to, always, continue to recruit, identify the right student athletes, continue to challenge, our current student athletes. I think, kind of the championship mentality, it's based around is, how you speak, the language that you use, how you operate on a day-to-day basis, and how you compete, and again, being able to kind of instill those characteristics into the young ladies, I think will provide us an opportunity to reach those goals that we have for ourselves. And again, whether that's a conference championship, having people at the NCAA first round, or getting people to the national championships, we're going to look at those steps and keep pushing the program to achieve those ultimate goals.
If you YouTube Adrian Wheatley, you will find a handful of YouTube coaching sessions of you. So I watched a few of those, and I was like, I'll go run for this dude.
There you go.
Explain a little bit to me of your coaching style.
I think the one thing that I really strive to make sure that everybody feels like they are part of something bigger than themselves. And I think taking the time to really get to know them, not just what their PRs are, where they're from, things of that nature, but really get to know what makes the individual tick. Because I think if you can connect with a student athlete and really establish that relationship, it's critical, and I think our staff is going to really be committed to that, and we're going to really make sure that we, get to know the student athletes on a not just the track side, but know them off the track, and really get to be able to figure out what makes the individuals tick. I think if you do those things, you're gonna have success. And I think, I consider myself a player's coach, and I know that gets thrown around a lot. But, for me, what that means is, like, again, I'm never going to ask a student athlete to do something that I had never done myself. Again, I understand what it's like to get up at 6:30 in the morning and go have a training session. I know what it's like to have to go to study table after a hard training session. I know what it's like to, have a big final that you're just cramming for, and maybe didn't get as much sleep as you needed to the next day, and things of that nature. So, so I try to, be understanding and be able to relate to the student athlete and really, get the most out of him. But there are expectations. There are gonna be certain things that, these are the expectations, and these are the expectations on what we need to do to be champions and be champions on the track, in the classroom, in life.
I'm sure there is a bias in this based on your career and what you actually did when you were a track athlete, but what's your favorite event when it comes to track and field?
Man, you know what, I don't have necessarily a favorite event, but I do believe relays. I love the relays. And I think the relays are a critical piece of the track and field makeup. Again, you're taking that, you got 4 individuals that are running on a relay. You've got 2 or 3 that are alternate, 2 more that are alternates. They're part of that group. again, you've got to work together even more and to really succeed. 4x1, 4x4, indoors the DMR. And we're really, that's a big part of my blueprint, is to really kind of build those out and really put those pieces together so we have a representation. Because I believe when you have success as a group, then when you grow out into your individual events, you've been there, you've done that. And so again, just kind of building it out that way. And again, including as many people along in the process. One thing I always talk about, it's much more enjoyable when you ride the bus home, when the team does well versus when you just do well.
Away from the track, you do have 5 children.
We do.
So you're very good at time management.
Sometimes, yes. I have an awesome wife who does a great job of handling those things for me. She's awesome there. So
give me 2 or 3 things about Adrian Wheatley that you enjoy away from the track, and family time, I'm sure, is one
Absolutely.
of them. But what are the types of things you guys like to do to hang loose and to have a good time?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we like outdoors. Being outdoors, going camping, going hiking, just being outdoors is something that we really enjoy. Again, I'm already kind of scoping out areas around town. Okay, we could take our, pick our bikes here. We can go hiking here. So that's one of the big things that we really enjoy. Traveling. Again, we enjoy traveling. Just getting an opportunity to get in the car and go. And it takes me back to kind of my childhood, where we just jump in the van and drive places, and it's the memories that you remember, and it's those things that you kind of look back on. Hey, do you remember when we did this? Do you remember when this happened? And again, it's always random stuff. We had a flat tire, the car broke down, just little stuff like that.
We need more successful travel stories.
But again, that's part of it, and again, that's those are the things that are fun. But again, just kind of getting in the car and going, and so we do that a lot. We hop in the car a lot and just drive around and kind of explore different towns and different areas, and really kind of see what the what the locals are doing, and so that's something that we really enjoy doing there. So it's fun. Sports, the kids are in sports and are growing up in different activities, and so that's been kind of fun too. It's loading the car up, getting the cooler, and hey, we're at a tournament all day long. The things that I remember when I was growing up, my parents did. So it's definitely fun to kind of experience that, away from the track piece there.
Adrian, awesome to get to know you a little bit here. Welcome again to town. Congratulations on the new gig, and looking forward to seeing you guys get out there. I would say during the track season, but first off with cross country.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got our first meet next week, and we're getting ready. It's been a good transition. The ladies are excited, and we're moving in the right direction.